And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie as we begin Friday, and it's hot, 74 now.
Yeah.
A high expected to be 100. Heat index somewhere around 111-ish, 108 to 111.
Hot.
It's bad.
Hot.
Across the room, we're having. This is, I think, the first time that everybody in the room has wore red at one time.
Yes, it is. Yes. I feel like we're all headed to a Valentine's banquet.
Now we can hear you.
That will work better.
I'll push it back if you want me to.
It's retractable.
What are friends for? Y'all wait to tell me before we go live that I misspelled a word?
A little bit.
Come on.
Well, they did say you weren't familiar with you never received a check, so that's why you didn't know how to spell welfare.
I did. I misspelled it. I'm not going to lie.
And it wasn't autocorrect. We didn't know how to spell it at all.
And I didn't know how to spell it anyway, so I thought you were right. I was in your corner there, buddy.
I admit when I make a mistake, that one I'll have to. There's a lot of times, I'm not going to lie, I use, what do you call it, that voice text?
Yeah.
And then I don't have time to read it till 20 minutes later.
That's a good excuse.
Oh, that one's true.
And sometimes he's 70 miles an hour in a curve.
And you can't do it.
Who's going to do the Facebook post about your wreck?
Greg, he's going to pick it up.
I told him yesterday we were going somewhere. I said, our relationship works a whole lot better when I drive and you sit over there. I said, we're going to get you a vehicle with a roll-top desk over there. But he's like I am about technology.
I'm slow.
Y'all need a driver's ed car, so either one of y'all can drive at any given time.
We need somebody like Dog the Bounty Hunter that has people that drive him. We need that bad.
And you just hop out from the back?
Yeah.
Okay.
There it is.
I like the way he thinks now.
With your bulletproof vest on?
We're working on all that.
Yeah.
You can put that on.
You're going to have to wear the helmet if you're rolling out too fast.
Are you busy later today?
Yes.
Would you like to ride with us?
No.
We never know what.
Scotty Force One. That's really funny.
That's pretty good.
I was thinking Wrong Way Falcon off of Gilligan's Island, but never mind.
Every city needs their characters.
That's right.
There's one thing about it. You never know what's going to happen within the next 10 minutes. And there's always something different in this town.
And it's always on the other side, wherever you're at.
It never did happen at the same area.
That's one thing I am learning as I get more involved in this. If you're on the Clark County line, something's going to happen in Collinsville or Lauderdale. It never fails.
And speaking of, me and Greg were together yesterday afternoon, and as I dropped Greg off, I said, Greg, I'm going to wreck over at John Moss Field.
65th Avenue.
65th Avenue. It's a bad one. I left him. Y'all know what I found when I got there?
No.
Now, it was like in the trees. Somebody's hurt bad.
Right.
A bicycle had run off in the ditch.
They said you really will cover anything. Right?
I was there.
I mean, he the only one there, wasn't you?
He didn't even slow down. He didn't come to a complete stop for me to get out of the vehicle. He slowed down to about 30. I rolled out with my fish plates, and he was gone.
To the bicycle.
Boogie Dad. He was out of
One
there.
person bicycle accident. Yeah. No injuries.
And seriously, and it was reported that it was a horrible wreck. The cars had been pushed into the tree, and it was a bicycle.
Okay.
What did I tell you when they reported? I said, there's no trees. There's only 3 trees right there. There's a house on all 4 corners. Never mind.
That's exactly what Greg said, but they tried.
Oh, man.
Boy, a lot has gone on. We'll give you details of all the goings on that happened yesterday. Did y'all hear me mention about Miss Teen USA, Mississippi getting it? Is that Miss Teen USA? We go to People Magazine. Look at this. Right here, we'll pull this up. There it is. Miss Addie Carver has been named Miss Teen USA.
Where's she from?
Mississippi.
Where in Mississippi?
Oh, can't she read?
It's that big long word.
I have no clue what county she's from. It didn't say that in the opening line, and that's all I had time to read.
If you were a good journalist, you had that
I mean, I
information.
was all over that. I have no idea where she's from, but she sure is pretty.
Well,
Yeah.
he's got the important parts.
That's right. That's right.
If anybody happens to know where she's from, let us know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see it.
We scanned the whole article there, and not a thing there about where she's from.
One of your lovely viewers is going to let us know.
It could
Yes.
be misspelled and they're not reading it correct.
Is there sound?
Yes, there is
Yes,
sound.
there is sound, Miss Annette.
We got meters going in the whole 9 yards in here today.
It's telling us it is.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Even Brooke, I'd say.
What are
I'd
y'all
say
doing
that-
over
I
there?
thought he was an Alabama fan there for a minute.
All right, so we're getting reports of Brookhaven.
Okay. Thank you.
Glad that's good.
Yeah.
Louisville is joining us,
Louisville.
Karina. Glad to see you there also. Let's see what
Julia
else.
Rubin said, "Tell Scotty Ray you're not coming back."
I'm not. I'm
We hear that
not.
every week.
We've never heard that before.
Let me see if y'all can guess who this is. Now, this is from Daily Mail, and I show her a picture. She's upset because Instagram will not give her a check mark. I've never even tried to get a check mark. I don't know what you do to get it.
You're a
but
little short.
I am. How tall you got to be?
What's Instagram?
I'm 6'2", so no, I'm 6.
Yeah. Okay. Not that kind of.
Yeah. Oh, you
Yeah.
mean you got to have more on Instagram followers? Okay. Well,
I don't know how many it is, though.
I don't know.
How many followers do you have on Instagram?
3,000 or 4,000. It's not that many.
All right, show us the picture. Who are we?
I don't have no.
Y'all tell me who she
I
is.
don't know what you're talking
Do
about.
y'all recognize her?
Hey, is that the one
Greg
from Married
probably
with Kids
does.
or something?
I don't know. Is that German chocolate cake?
Married with
That's all you
Children.
saw. You know, she does resemble that. I even thought at first it might be Tina Louise from Gilligan's Island.
I have no idea
I'm
who that
just going to scare you. I need to hang on here. I need to pull you a picture of her before I tell you who it is. Let's see here. Y'all supposed to say something.
Somebody said 1,000. That it's more than 1,000.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have that.
Do y'all remember this face? Sally Jesse Raphael.
I remember that now. Yeah, that was her.
That was her and her new look. I would have never known her. She was a talk show host back in the 90s. Isn't that about right?
Yeah.
And,
And she always had the red rim glasses.
and she looks unrecognizable now. I guess, you know, as you get older, that does happen there. But wow.
They asked if Greg and I are sitting closer together. No, thank goodness.
We've,
But
let me
Scotty
pull
Ray
back over.
changed her camera, and now it's like right in our face.
Yeah.
So
Well, y'all are the first
But y'all
people.
are
everybody can
closer
tell me how
together.
my pores look.
Y'all are the first people to use the new camera setup. It's from the ceiling instead of from the table now.
But it's real head on. So that's
Yeah.
we are closer than we are.
Objects are closer than they
yeah.
appear.
Yeah.
Really, my
But we're the same distance
my
apart.
magnetism is what it is.
That's what it is. You're carrying us straight through, Greg.
We'll do some
Right,
tweaking.
yeah.
We'll do some tweaking and get y'all looking better there.
That's going to be an awful lot of tweaking. Don't get that confused with twerking.
7 again.
10 after 7. We'll tell you what's going on next. The Scotty Ray Report.
Downtown Meridian is thriving with a fresh look, and now it's getting a new neighbor. Toyota of Meridian is now open under new hometown leadership. We're bringing automotive knowledge and experience home with a focus on improved customer satisfaction and all new pricing. Toyota of Meridian is excited to serve the Queen City and exceed your expectations.
I'm Trinard Rush, and I want to invite you to Toyota Meridian, where hometown pride.
Are you looking for a job that could last a lifetime? Structural Steel is hiring now. With employees that have been there from 20 to 40 years, they're family owned and operated since 1975. Competitive starting wages, a 401k package, and great insurance. Immediate openings on the day shift and night shift. From entry-level helpers, welding and tacking, grinding and fitting. And the list goes on of job openings. Start your future today at Structural Steel. Call 483-5381.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, day beds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
And welcome back, your friend
Guaranteed.
Scotty Ray. Here we are. Good morning to you. As Odie steps out of the room for a minute, we think it was an emergency of some sort.
I don't think it was.
You don't?
It was Publishers Clearinghouse, I think.
Ed McMahon just
Something more
called from-
important than us and all of y'all.
If he got a call from Ed McMahon, we in trouble.
Which, yes, we are. We head to Newton, Mississippi, our first headline this morning. Are y'all aware what happened in Newton?
No.
Which time they've had 3 or 4 things in the last 3 or 4 days.
This is a pretty big one as we go to where the Thrifty Nickel is. This would be just on the
Never even heard of
northern
that.
side of I-20 as we go here to pull up this headline story. We have a 67-year-old beaten,
Yes.
roughly around $850 stolen,
Airlifted, wasn't he?
yes, to a hospital in Jackson.
That's horrible.
Over money. He was attacked by 2 people is what we know at this point. Now, we hadn't gotten any details. We're expecting to hopefully hear an arrest coming, but that happened. Newton, Mississippi, if you're not aware of all that's gone on with that, that's bad. We wait to hear what else is going to happen with this, and we do hope that an arrest happens. Hopefully his recovery is coming good. But to be rushed to a hospital for being beat up on his bed, especially
Over money.
in your 60s.
First of all, you're wrong to be stealing. But, I mean, don't you think you could have got it without beating an old man like... I mean, come on.
Yeah, you ain't got to hurt nobody.
But that goes back to the fact, too, the man might have resisted. And if he did, I don't blame him. Because I'm sorry people say, oh, you mean you would take someone's life over them stealing? You doggone right. If I work hard for something and you think you're going to get it,
It's going to be a scrap.
that's right. We're going to knock somebody flopping.
Y'all got to remember this of $850 to a lot of people. That is the world to them.
Yeah.
That's right.
And it's whether they eat or pay their bills, and it's
We're
wrong.
already in that situation if somebody doesn't steal from you. People are having to make that choice of, do they buy their medicine, do they buy gas, or do they eat? Because of the price of everything that we're having to deal with.
It's astronomical.
Yeah, I just wanted to bless you, Julia. She got that sneezing fit, and like everybody, she's sitting so close to Greg.
I know I'm allergic
She's
to him.
getting-
I've been
I mean, it's
like
just
really
tearing her up.
struggling
Is it-
since you got here.
Is it the Neshoba County Fair?
It might be.
It's
I've
that
been at the
red
fair,
dirt.
It's probably that perfume Greg be wearing. He don't use cologne.
but I'm struggling this morning. My
The red
apologies.
dirt, truly, if you're not used to it around stuff all the time, it will make you start sneezing. We go to Highway 19, and I don't know the exact location. Let's show this as we go here to take a look at what's going on. Highway 19, we're getting reports of this.
So that was the phone call I just got. So if anybody's got an update on that, let us know. NTS called them early this morning when we first got this report. They have been out, ridden all up and down Highway 19. They cannot find this. This is not going on Highway 19 anywhere up to State Boulevard Extension. So that's where the county cuts off and the city takes over. So if it's above that, let us know if you see this. But NTS has already been out. They have checked
What
all
is
of Highway
NTS?
19. Nellyburg Tanglewood Water Association.
Okay. I'm just, for people,
Yeah,
I never
if
knew
they're
what it
not-
meant.
Yeah.
They're not from that area. So
I thought it meant North Twiddly.
Nellyburg
He
Tanglewood.
misspelled it anyway. It was 3 letters.
Nellyburg Tanglewood Sucalina.
Well, there you are.
So, but they've checked. They can't find anything. So it's somewhere else. So if y'all see that, send us something and let us know. Cause it's
Or
not
if you
been
cut
found
your
yet.
on on and you ain't got no water pressure, it's probably
Yeah, that might
somewhere
be it
close
right
to
there.
you.
I asked the person that sent it in to us, and they, you think there's a little loud there, Odie?
Well, I got it here.
Ed McMahon calling back.
No, I'm still here.
All righty then. All right.
Next.
Let's see what else we can uncover here this morning. Let's go to the situation that happened yesterday out at the truck stop. Let's pull this up.
Sad.
It is. As we look here, and if you'll notice, you'll see in the background the Meridian Fire Department, the police on scene, and a coroner is also in that picture there. And y'all have to help me here.
Odie, we really are doing a show.
Well, and I'm trying. That's my updates on NTS.
Do you have anything that turns the volume down? It's a little switch on the side there.
Then I got this one on this one that keeps going up. That's the one you hear. All right, we're
Back
good.
to our truck story, if you don't mind.
Before you were rudely
you would think, I understand, 20, 25 years ago, before GPS, before cell phones, man leaves on a truck headed to California. He may not call home for 5, 6, 7 days. But, and no snickery remarks from you, dear, but even as backwards and behind times as I am, with the GPS and stuff they have now, 5 days?
You know where that truck is sitting the entire. Here's what's interesting about this. This
Oh,
guy,
he'd been sitting in the truck for 5 days?
Yes,
I didn't
ma'am.
know that.
How do they not know that somebody would have called and said, look, I ordered something and I've got a truck that's supposed to have been here 2 days ago. Where's my load at?
I'm sure.
Even if he was empty, somebody somewhere's got $175,000, $200,000 truck that's not making them any money. That's the way it works. Is if the wheels are turning.
He might have been owner operator, single man.
Well, now let me throw a curveball into all of that. 7 days ago, this man calls his dispatch and says, I don't feel good. I'm pulling over in Meridian, Mississippi. Yesterday, they decided to check on that man.
That's
That's
sad.
not.
That's sad. I mean, that's.
Especially if you're. That's just wrong in so many ways.
And I mean, it used to happen a lot more frequent before technology got like it. You had to go stand in line at a payphone with a sack full of quarters to call home.
But what happened to the load of somebody that was expecting whatever it was? Well, they didn't hear.
Like Odie said, I mean, hey, I'm supposed to be getting this, and it's not here.
Now, I could see, we don't know, so we're all still speculating, but what if they said, look, we don't want you to deadhead back. We've got a load we're working on. It's going to be about 3 days. Go hang tight there for about 3 or 4 days, and we'll call you when you let it know.
What about that line I just told you where he said, I don't feel good and I'm pulling over?
Well, I mean, that you would want to check on them. I'm with you on that. But
there's always a little bit of
quit that crap with the corporate.
But there's always a little bit more information, and so,
we don't have.
But
everything.
if I was an employee of that company, I'd like to know how it was handled. It'd probably affect my willingness to work for them.
Yes, sir. It sure would.
Yeah.
Now, as we go to our next subject, this one, as we got the call on this, it would happen yesterday afternoon. Let's go up just past Lockheed Martin. This was a horrendous wreck.
Oh, yeah.
Odie, you were one of the first on the scene, weren't you?
I wasn't far behind.
I had to walk 2 miles, and by the time I got there, I was out of breath. It was serious, y'all. Cars were backed up all the way back to Charlie Dunn Road.
You're going to have to get yourself a bicycle for the back of the Scotty Ray Mobile.
I was actually
with a motor on it.
I was thinking golf cart on the back, drop it down, and then off we go.
One of them little medical scooters. They got them little that goes on a hitch. And get you one of them little rascals.
Hey, they might want to do some sponsorship. Sponsored by Geritol in the medical store.
Scotty Ray in a cowboy hat. Riding up the side.
You're just saying that because Eddie Smith used to have that on the back of his pickup truck. I know what y'all are saying.
Bob says you can have the Scotty scooter.
Let's take a look here. This is right up on Russell, and fortunately, everybody's alive in this, y'all. We did have some major injuries there as we look at these pictures. Look at this. This is the jaws of life being broke out. The deputies are on scene. I think that's John there working. Look at this pickup truck.
God had his hands on this.
Yes,
I will
sir.
say that.
Now, let me show you what the video looked like, what this looked like in real time of standing there looking at that truck. Here we go. Let's pull this up and hit play and take a look. That is a serious wreck, and we're going to go on the other side of this car and look back at it.
Dude.
You got your new fancy camera, Scotty.
Look at here. Now, this gentleman in the white car I know had to be cut out, and then, if I'm not mistaken, both of them did?
Had to use jaws of life on both of them. And I tell you, that was possible because of the state coming together. Jeff Tate, Steve Horn, and golly, come on, help me out, Marion, a representative from Marion.
Who's no
Billy
longer
Adam
there?
Calvert.
Billy Adam Calvert. Golly,
I didn't know where you were going with that.
I'm so sorry. Those
Billy
along
Adam,
with
they don't even know
everybody
who you are.
Gave us the money to purchase that equipment, and that's why we need those equipments out in the county.
Thought Odie was trying to think of Wayman Newell. Good morning, Wayman.
Good
Hope
morning,
everything's-
Wayman.
Well, you said that area. That's what popped in
Well,
my
I was saying
mind.
state representative.
He did say representative.
I missed that part there.
See, there you're only listening to half of what I say.
But at the end of the day, we can,
Ward and June. Over there.
everybody is okay on that at the end. Now, I'm not saying that they're not banged up and going to be suffering for a few days of trying to get over, but thankfully they're alive. That's
was
what
a
we
heck
got.
of a wreck.
It's going to take one of them. He's got a very, very long road. He's going to be okay, but he's going to have a long, hard recovery. Just continue to pray for them.
All right, we'll be right back, and we'll tell you all about some good eating we had yesterday.
Of course.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Here at Meridian Cycles, we're your local authorized dealer for all your Polaris, Can-Am, Honda, and Suzuki side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and motorcycles. And we service everything we sell. And for you do-it-yourselfers, we have a very knowledgeable parts department to help you with all your needs. Come see us at 80 Highway 19 North right here in Meridian, or call at 601-485-8700. Come see us.
Advanced Auto Glass by Joey can handle all your windshield repair and replacement needs. Service work is guaranteed and covered by warranty. Our technicians are professional, auto glass trained, and have over 100 years of combined experience. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey utilizes in-house calibrations for vehicle safety systems. Most insurances are accepted, and reliable mobile service is available in surrounding areas. Keep cars cool and secure with custom tinting, side mirror replacement, and AquaPal windshield wipers. There's one clear choice in auto glass repair. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
Battery power made by steel. Right now, save $50 on select AK System battery tool sets. Real steel. Find yours.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. We do hope your morning is going well. And I'm going to have to Google this. I'm not sure of this road. Anybody familiar with a road called Northfield Road near Highway 19? And that's Northfield. All one word is what we're being told here. That's a brand new one to me.
Me too. And we're getting reports of Highway 19 North, but
I see a garbage can, and it's water everywhere.
yeah, but that could be. If they're coming in from Alabama, they may call our 19 South their 19 North. So we're trying to find out.
I wish somebody drop us a pin.
It
Do
was
y'all know what that
Walmart
means?
that was mentioned, is why I keep thinking it's 19.
Yeah.
Stop it.
But Greg's dropped a pin over there.
Show them how you dropped a pin.
Yeah, I got it meant the first time I said, I'm going to drop you a pin. I thought, what are you talking about?
But then you know exactly where they're at.
Do you want to know
No,
something?
you
I've
don't.
never done it.
I'm still
I have
trying-
no idea how to drop a pin. I've never
Still
done
trying to unlock my phone when you're doing all that. I get out my atlas, and I know then. where I'm
All right,
at.
hopefully we'll get some more information on that this morning.
I can't even find Northfield Road on the map.
I've never
They
heard
drop
of
you a pin, you
Northfield
could.
Road.
That's true.
Yeah.
We had a traffic stop kind of go wrong last night as we look at what was going on in the city. Blue lights came on, and they decided, well, I don't really want to do that. And they just kept going. This all would come about on 29th Avenue. The officer would lose sight of him, and then a few minutes later, as he was searching for him, he found it on 25th Street near 31st Avenue, as the car was sitting in the middle of the road still running.
They just
They
left.
were gone.
Wasn't their car, obviously.
It's something to that effect. We don't know what it was, but they left it. A wrecker did come and haul the car away, is what we found out. More investigation into that. But there's a reason they jumped out that car. A, it was hot, as Greg pointed out, stolen. Or B, they had something that they didn't want to be found in their possession.
Hey,
I would be willing to bet it wasn't their car.
Or they may have warrants.
Number three.
That's a really good reason to run.
That is.
When you know they're looking for you.
They and we got some fast runners, y'all. We had a lot of gunfire last night. I even got a message this morning right at 6 when we were getting ready to go live with the first show that we'd had some more gunfire, as they said what do they call it, a Glock switch?
Glock switch.
Just got dropped, meaning that somebody had just done something that sounded
Huh?
fully. It's a Glock that's adjusted and it makes it fully automatic. It's a switch on a gun, and you just hold the trigger, and it's like an automatic pistol then.
Yeah.
And this is one of the ones I know. A nice lady sent me this. She said, right outside my home, I'm hearing it. I heard between 20 to 30 shots. And this was somewhere around 1 a.m. this morning when she was talking to me about this. This would be 24th Avenue, 23rd Avenue, right around there around 14th Street, up behind the fire station.
Yeah.
Might be near the 911 building. I mean, just make it easier to call in is what they were after.
Well.
No one was hurt. There's no damage that I'm aware of at this point, but that was called in that something fishy was going on there. Nothing like winning a coffee mug, and we appreciate the picture there.
Look at that.
Ain't he a cutie pie?
That is
like my
pretty
pups there.
puppy. Pretty puppy.
We wanted to say congratulations to Maddie, who won the coffee mug there, and off with, I think she won her tennis match also. We're still looking for someone missing from Choctaw, Mississippi. I'm not sure if y'all are aware of this. The Mississippi Band of Choctaw Indians put this out first the other night. Now, MBI has released the image as this 15-year-old girl we're assuming is a runaway. We brought it up the first time. This has been going on for several days now. It's starting to be some concern at 15. Celestial Sky Maxwell, 5 foot, 172 pounds, dark blonde hair with green eyes. If you happen to see her, please report this to law enforcement. We don't want anything happening to her. Well, y'all got quiet and all serious all of a sudden.
I mean, we're talking about heavy stuff.
You got all serious.
Let's see. As we were talking last night, we were in Enterprise. We went down to the fish camp
to eat. That's y'all's favorite subject.
No, it was work related.
Thank
you.
Okay.
They just have
Food is their favorite subject.
It really is. Where y'all eating lunch today? I know y'all already got it planned.
We hadn't thought about it yet.
Yeah, you have thought about it.
What's at your house?
Nothing. I've been gone.
She's been saying about those floors for months
My
and
floors
months
are
and months.
done now.
Yeah. But
repaired?
Yeah. I got my floors redone. It was a big deal, and then I don't know. I can't talk about my house right
Poor
now.
Tyler is starving.
Yeah.
He
should have went to the fish camp with us.
That was some sweet tea like nobody would ever know.
Good tea.
You are a sweet tea connoisseur.
I am.
The original show enough coleslaw. I don't care what nobody says. It has not changed. That's the best coleslaw in the world.
See, I like hush puppies.
It got so serious.
Yeah, boy. Yeah.
And
That's what I go for.
They were small to medium. I don't like a big hush puppy. These were them 2-biters.
You got to do like a food critic corner for you
It got
guys.
so serious, Greg was in the kitchen with the cook.
Yes. Oh, and the fish was just
You're
wonderful.
not supposed to do that. I think that's
he was
against health code
in such a
regulation.
hurry when he throwed me out in the highway in front of my house. He left his coleslaw in my bag, so he didn't have no coleslaw.
What a
It's
tragedy.
good. They'll be open tonight, won't they?
Yes, sir. They're open, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They're open 4 to 9. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and 11 until 8 or 9 on Sunday.
Good food there.
We've unlocked another subject you're an expert in.
That's exactly food. But I'm gonna tell you,
fish camp hours.
We were talking. I relate
His uniform
everything
costs more than the rest of us.
back to music and stuff. And I was trying to think of how long I had been going or eating at Long's Fish Camp, and I can remember the jukebox against the wall. And it was popular on the radio at the time because everybody was kind of gathered around listening, and it was Tanya Tucker singing Delta Dawn. So that would have been 1975, 4, 6, something like that.
You just turned 40.
But I've been going there for 50 years.
I was right what I told you. Me and you were in the truck. I said, Greg, I think that song was 72, 73, and I just Googled it. September 11th of 72 is when she blurted that out.
Well, I would have been 2 years old, so I don't think I remember it then. It's probably 73. But that's when I first started gaining my knowledge of country music.
Well, back then it took that long for that type of music to get down here to us. So if it came out in 72, it was 74 before it got here.
It was number one here in 76 is what you're saying. But I can remember standing in Long's Fish Camp, Mr. Red Wilkins probably at the cash register and listening to Tanya Tucker sing Delta Dawn. And it was good food then and it's good food now. I mean, it's like family. It's like going home.
We're getting word that this water leak is on North Hill Street. This would be right by the Dollar General. And they were right saying that it was near Walmart, and they just had the directions. But we're getting now that water leak is North Hill Street.
Well, there's another Dollar General. I'm thinking of the other Dollar General.
Highway 19.
That's not close to Walmart.
19 North.
By Wally
By the Thai restaurant.
Yeah.
That's
it.
Stuff that.
Correct her. What is near? That's Village Kitchen forever.
Village Kitchen, yeah.
Okay.
And before that, wasn't it a drive-in theater there? Wasn't that where Meridian Drive-In?
Back in the years before Dollar General and all that, that was one of the drive-in theaters that we had. Sure was.
Didn't know that, folks. I learned something there.
That was back when you still had the junkyard down there.
Oh, yeah.
That was not a junkyard. That was a quality used parts establishment.
Yes, we had to go there, didn't we?
That's right.
Johnson, it was Johnson
Wrecking Yard.
Yeah, went there many a time there. Had that metal tin across the front.
That's right.
Yep.
Had all them wheels and
Thai.
hubcaps out there.
I just know it for Thai food.
Oh, look at that.
The people that know. It's good.
People that know. All right, there you go. But so now we have solved the mystery of where the water leak is. So Meridian, City of Meridian, that is on y'all now.
I'm confident they'll take great care of it.
Yes, sir, Bob.
They got a good team.
As coming up, we're going to get into this day in history.
Really?
I can't wait. I'm so
team
excited.
Ready. Golly, the enthusiasm.
That's right.
We'll be right back. Y'all stay with us.
Hi, folks. Paul Brown with Dixie Buildings. We're here to take care of all your building needs for your personal and your business needs. That includes portable buildings, carports, sheds. Don't forget your hunting camps are coming in. You can start out with our 8x10s. If we cannot haul it, we can build it for you on site. We have 2 locations, one on Highway 19 South and our home office just around the corner on Long Creek Road. Just give us a call at 601-483-4943.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
The Preserve at Meridian is the premier senior living community in the Meridian area, offering independent living cottages, assisted living, and maintain their independence and pursue an engaging lifestyle with a robust activities calendar, personalized care programs, wellness activities, restaurant-style dining, and much more. Call or visit us online today at preserveatmeridian.com to schedule your personal tour.
And welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie, and the entire gang for this Friday show is That Girl as our special guest, and of course Greg. What do you prefer to be called?
Not at all.
So what? Not at all is not going to fit on a shirt.
That was pretty good, even for
If
you.
that girl won't fit, then not at all is not going to fit.
And that is spelled G-U-R-L.
There you are. Speaking of, Kevin Russell kind of knows how I sometimes make a mistake. He said the Toad crew will be all over the water leak here in a minute.
They will.
Yeah.
If you ever make a mistake on the phone, it never forgets it. And it just auto-corrects it that way. So there you go.
You must have spelled toad more than you spelled road.
Well, if you go to use y'all be so surprised how big your finger is and them little keys on that phone.
Mm-hmm. You know,
especially at 70 in a curve.
You know, if you have it like that, but if you turn this dude sideways, it's bigger.
You ever got your phone hung that way, Odie, and can't get rid of it, and you're shaking it and it won't go back? I quit doing that because of that. I'll take pictures that way, but...
I don't have
Life was
these
a
issues.
lot simpler when we had rotary phones.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You couldn't get your finger hung in the wrong one.
And
As we go back for this day in history,
I need you to do the messages thing so that my crew can help me.
No, you need to click off of that.
all right, we go back to 1924. Of course, he was. They said
Archie
it'd be the,
Bunker.
there you go.
Carolyn.
They said this would be the worst show on television. Every critic said that it was going to be horrible. The problem was all the Americans liked it. As we go back to remember Carol O'Connor being born on this day in 1924, who would go on to become the chief.
Sparta Police Department.
A good show there in the beginning. Bubba, they don't get any better, did they? I liked old Bubba.
Good old Mississippi.
We cheated. We saw that one
Yeah,
before
No,
you.
we didn't. I knew that.
You said it. I already had it
Anybody
written
ever
down.
watch
That's one of my favorite shows.
Alf? Y'all watch it?
Yes.
I did not watch it. I knew it was on.
Not on purpose and not many times, but yeah.
Max Wright was born today. I guess he was one of the lead characters of that show.
Yeah, he was the father
dad.
of the family. Yep.
He was. Was the show funny? Was it really?
Yeah, it was funny.
Okay, I missed out. Julie, did you see?
I mean, I can see the similarities in Alf and Odie. I
Yeah.
can get it.
You know what ALF stands for?
No.
Alien
Alfalfa?
life form.
Does it really? Or did you just make that up?
No.
Sometimes you just make stuff up, Odie.
True, but that's what that really does mean. ALF.
I didn't know that.
He
This-
came from the planet Melmac.
After watching that episode of
Scared. I mean, really. I mean,
I don't know.
that's scary.
I'm not going to have to come back because y'all are going to get canceled one day. You really are.
Now this one looks like
the show about nothing, as we all
Seinfeld.
watch that year after year. You remember the ugly episode, Seinfeld? You remember the ugly episode, the ugly baby episode?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Where this kid I thought would grow out of it, but I've seen pictures after he got older, and he didn't grow out of it. He's ate up with it. 1953, a guy named Butch Patrick was born, and they found a television show, and he looked like this as an adult without makeup too.
Eddie Munster.
Yep, that's him. But that kid, I mean, he didn't grow out of that. That little hairline.
That's not his real. I mean, they doctored
Look
that
at a
up a little
current picture
bit.
of that boy. I bet Julia wouldn't have been dating him at prom.
Greg wish he had that kind of hair problem.
Hey, my hair used to do that.
19.
Tell me that you get a interesting beach tan. Let me see that the net. No, all right, they lied.
That's right.
All right, never mind.
People spread vicious rumors about me.
He
Vicious.
stayed under the umbrella.
Am I right in saying that this girl would leave a life of rock and roll to become a pastor before she passed away? I think I'm right.
Don't get me to lie.
I don't know who
Prince.
it
Anybody
is.
familiar with Prince?
Well, yeah.
Do you remember the hot girls that used to hang out on his side and do all the dancing next to him?
No.
If I'm not mistaken, she would go on to become a pastor in the end.
I've never heard of this person, so I can't.
I think
Speak to her.
I could be wrong on that.
Well, you know, that's what happened to Fred Sanford. Lamont went on to be a preacher.
Sure did.
And he said that wasn't the show that he felt was in good taste, so he quit.
That was the reason Lamont left the show, and then Rollo got a bigger and what's his name?
That's why I'm going to leave
Grady.
the show.
Grady.
I like Grady and Bubba. Bubba was my friend.
I liked old Ethel. I mean, Esther. You fish-eyed fool.
I mentioned a few days ago that we lost a country music artist in a plane crash. The problem was when the plane went down, it would take 3 days before they could find the plane to get him. Today is the day that they actually found the body of Jim Reeves.
Jim Reeves.
If y'all remember that, that was a bad one there. Bad crash.
Ooh, he had a voice like no other.
I hate to admit this, but I have never watched this movie all the way through. I just remember seeing Ron Howard and that little goofy dude in it, and they were racing at a red light, and that's all I know about it. But it was a huge movie back in '73. From red light to red light, they raced. Any guesses here what it might be across the room?
American Graffiti.
There you go. That's what it was.
It's funny you never pick up the pen when I get something.
Well, I
right.
haven't written anything today.
Let me say, I'm gonna drop a pen.
Who is this guy right here, Greg? What's his name there? Do y'all recognize him there in the middle with the glass? That's who I was talking about.
Yeah.
He was in a lot of movies.
Yeah.
But did y'all watch that movie? Anybody know what it was about?
No.
No.
Okay, I'm not the only one. Oh, did you see it?
No, I didn't.
Okay. But Ron Howard was in it. That was one of his bigger movies there before Happy Days.
No.
Yep.
I'm trying to make trivia so uninteresting that we just skip it altogether.
Why?
So you don't like it?
I mean, what about this do you think that I enjoy? It's not fun.
Oh, it's fun.
I'm not
It
good
is
at it.
fun. People look forward to this. There are people that wait all week for this.
Bless them.
There was a group that sang a song about a hotel in California.
Okay,
The
Eagles. I know that
They
one.
would also have another song back in '75 that went number 1 on this date. One of their huge hits.
Take it to the limit.
It's close. One of these lonely nights. Y'all remember that?
Yo,
I don't know what that bull
I like
skull
the
thing was
Eagles.
about.
Yeah, that is weird.
There was a
Cover.
meaning behind that, and I don't remember what it was at this point. Just so y'all know.
They think about that stuff a lot more than nobody cares. They just want to listen to the music.
1979, this guy would first, he's a country music artist. He would first appear with Burt Reynolds in WW in the dance hall.
Mel Tillis.
It's close, but not the
Jerry
star yet.
Reed.
Nope. He would also have several roles throughout the years. He wrote a song about Hollywood.
He's one of your favorite singers.
Say it again. It's something. Lord, I hope this day is
One
good.
of Greg's favorite singers.
Yeah.
As we would see, Good Old Boys Like Me.
Don Williams.
He recorded that, Good Old Boys Like Me. And
He's
if
got a
those
set of
Williams
eyebrows.
boys, they still mean the world to me.
Like a gorilla.
But that song, where it really separated him was he described so many youth's childhood to where he's getting ready to go to bed, and he describes Stonewall Jackson hanging above his head, and his daddy come in with a fifth of gin, mean as a rattlesnake, to kiss him goodnight.
It's just really amazing, your wealth of knowledge in this subject.
Oh, and he got out. He said, I learned to talk like the man on the 6 o'clock news, and he left town. Well, Good Old Boys Like Me. Oh, boy, I like that song a whole lot. Okay. Anybody remember a movie called Weird Science where those little boys developed that girl?
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep. It came today. Them two little goofy dudes there developed a chemistry, and poof, there she came to life.
We always
Kelly
have
LeBlanc.
somebody with a
You remember her
outfit
name?
on.
Well, she looks like Daisy Duke.
I know. It's like that. Is that the replacement Daisy Duke today?
We don't even have a Daisy moment.
What will
Well, you
we
got
ever
Kelly
do?
LeBlanc, so that'll work.
1986, this guy was fast becoming, after Unwound, one of the most recognizable country music
George
names there
Strait.
was. George. He would have a number 1 today.
You win.
He was smart enough. Let me give you a hint on the song. He was smart enough to, even his heart was left behind. Because nobody in his right mind would have left.
left her.
Man, that was George Strait. And if I'm not mistaken, that's a Dean Dillon pen tune.
All right,
And then
Tim.
there was silence in the room.
Yeah, this wasn't a Dean Dillon.
But boy, he wrote them all. You go back to that.
Oh, yeah.
Said goodbye, Marina Del Rey. I didn't watch this next movie, but Steve Martin's funny. I have to give him credit.
The Jerk.
It's after that. This was one of those weaker ones.
Had kids in it.
Bunch of kids. Anybody remember the movie Parenthood? It was released in '89. I didn't watch it. It just, it didn't. It was kind of like a remake of the Brady Bunch.
Have you ever seen him play the banjo?
He can do it, can't
That
he?
guy is a
did not know that.
legit banjo picker.
Did you ever see him on the front porch stomping his foot when he?
Oh, yeah. Keeping time. Oh, Lord, these cans are defective.
They've got holes in them.
Julia, did you ever watch The Jerk? No. You were kidding me. She kind of reminds me of that motorcycle girl that worked for the circus. You remember her?
That wasn't that funny, was it?
It really wasn't.
No, but you should go home and watch that.
Every week, y'all are just shocked that I haven't seen. I
Go by
haven't watched any of this.
Go by Blockbuster
I'll
on
use
your
your
way
card.
home and pick up a copy of The Jerk.
A copy of it. Yes, I'll do that.
1990, this was really the first time we'd had television in this kind of way. In the past, we'd been a while since we'd had a war. It would begin today in Kuwait as Iraq invaded.
Desert Storm.
And pretty soon we would have, what's his name, Geraldo Rivero, live with a camera on his
close.
shoulder, staring at all this. We'd never seen it before.
I was in,
Desert Storm would come.
Yeah.
I was in Rota, Spain, and they sent a helicopter out over Rota, Spain with a big bell on the bottom of it. Didn't have cell phones back then, or anything else. And that was the way they alerted us to get back to the ship.
But I kind of like the music.
Yep.
Say the ladies are. Oh, I'm caught up in another song. I'm sorry. As we go back to, man, she's a very freaky girl. Is that kind you don't take home to mama, Greg?
Confederate Railroad, I like my women a little on the trashy side. Is that what you were thinking?
Well, he was kind of in that area. What, Julie, you bound to know this. She's all right.
Yeah.
Because she's a very freaky girl. Rick James. Y'all remember that?
No.
He was arrested.
Released on $1 million.
What was he arrested for? I can't see.
Let's see here. Deadly weapon with aggravated. I'll move this around where you can
Aggravated
see it.
assault.
There you go.
Mayhem, torture. What did he do?
Well, I'm trying to make that where you can see there.
Copulation.
What?
Oh, gosh.
I don't know what that exactly means. I'd have to do a Google
I
on
can
that
guess. All right.
Rick James.
I did not know that.
Rick James was, of course, a one-hit wonder. And it was that girl you don't take home to mama.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She's all right. All right, more on our...
Does he take requests?
This is where you learn to drink. And you learn to talk to Jesus.
Yep, all on that same.
What?
Yeah.
They were here.
This song is about, what'd you say?
Red Dirt Road.
There you go.
Dang.
Birch and Dunn took it to #1 on this date. That's because she's got that Newton County still stuck to her foot.
She used the red dirt road to get here, though.
My vehicle still has red dirt all over it. That's just part of going to the fair. If anybody wants to wash it today.
We brought this up a minute ago. This would be what led to Carol O'Connor's spot later. The original movie would come out today in '67. Anybody remember In the Heat? Can y'all sing it?
No.
He can. Go ahead, Greg.
No,
Take it away.
Whoever sang the theme music to Carol O'Connor's was good, but that sounded good.
Oh, yeah.
In the Heat of the Night. That did come out today.
You got your phone up like that, like for people
I didn't
to send you answers?
understand.
Yes.
Okay.
Bruce Willis is the star of this movie, and I've never watched it all the way through because it had a little bit of a spook feel to it, and I didn't realize
You get scared?
until
You get scared?
I get scared easy. But as we look at this, it was the totally opposite of what the movie was about or what you thought it was going to end. Kind of spooky at the end. Y'all with me anywhere on this?
No.
Bruce Willis couldn't have been in many spooky movies.
Well, we don't know what this one is.
Oh, yes, you do. Y'all remember that? The Sixth Sense?
Yeah.
And
I did watch that.
He was the dead guy, right?
Yeah.
No.
I See Dead People.
Yeah.
No.
You didn't see it, Greg?
No.
Okay. Let's see here. Well, that kind of wraps up trivia. It come to a bad end there.
Dang, I really hate that. It's over already.
She never got out off the starting line.
I got several of those.
Yes, you did.
But it didn't a lot happen in country music on this tape. It was kind of lackluster, to say the
I
least.
think Daisy Duke had her Jeep cleaned up at Cooter's Garage on this date.
And you missed that.
Yes.
I did miss that. We'll see if
Charles said he was stationed in Rhode of Spain on the USS Oak Ridge. I served on the USS Incheon LPH-12. It's now at 1,200 feet below the surface of the water.
Ready to work on it.
We'll be
it was a Mississippi ship.
Did you do that?
Summertime has arrived, and Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 has the exact lawnmower for your need. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have a mower for that. No matter the size yard you have, Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 6 or more. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494, see coleslaw or buttermilk.
Just $41 a month for this new Brother embroidery machine. Buy it local and get instructions for life, service, financing, the lowest price guaranteed, and take it home today at the Sewing and Vacuum Center in Meridian and Select in Flowood and Hattiesburg.
Rockhouse Gun and Pound, located at 5430 Highway 19 North, is ready for spring. From weed eaters to push and riding lawnmowers, and one of the largest selections you'll find in chainsaws, along with power tools and generators for backup power. Maybe you're in the market for a TV or maybe a guitar. And not to mention a large selection of diamond rings and Louis Vuitton purses. The Rockhouse Gun & Pawn even has a private lobby for your pawns for confidentiality. Visit them today, Highway 19 North, Rockhouse Gun & Pawn.
Well, they'll get over it.
Exactly. Oh, what are we?
My plan
we
is
back?
working.
Oh, wait a minute. There was one more this day in history that you didn't cover.
Well, I thought we'd bring this up. We can't do this. This is brought to you by Greg. As we pull this up this moment, as Daisy took some pictures today, and we thought we would share those with you.
It was a historical event.
This is the second biggest poster I think I'm fishing to show you next. Right there. That was the second biggest poster behind Farrah Fawcett there ever was.
Don't you feel more educated now?
Wow.
That was a big deal.
Y'all are really simple men.
Well, we're happy that
Simple-minded.
we had a power line issue yesterday in Neshoba County as the Neshoba County Sheriff's Department showed up to help out with this. Highway 16 rather, there near the Mississippi Band of Choctaw Indians that were working on that. If you were out coming in from Jackson going to the fair, you probably bump into that. Over near the, yesterday had a little scare there, some power outages near the golf course, the country club area yesterday. A tree fell in the 4300 block of 18th Avenue.
Hey, with these temperatures like this, you don't want a power. There's never a good time for a power outage. But you think about, heat index 111, 115, whatever.
It's hot.
A couple of minutes without air, it takes it a while to catch back up.
It does.
Matter of fact, most people's air never cut off yesterday.
Ooh. It's working overtime. You got to think about these guys that are working on ACs. Give them a moment. They're trying to get to you as quick as they can. A lot of repair work going on.
Imagine the ones working outside. Now you got these people working on this water line, and they're outside and all that. So,
Y'all, I stood out in it for political speeches Wednesday and Thursday at the fair. I mean, that's tough.
On purpose?
I did. I know.
Do you have one of
I
them
like to
fans?
hear what sometimes they drop some interesting stuff in their speech. In the Neshoba County Fair speech is pretty important.
County Fair.
Yeah. So you can get some little nuggets along the way, see what's happening.
I'd have to have
Greg,
something.
I'm going to get your opinion on this because Arnold brought up a point. I remember it. The beach, Bo Derek, as she's running down. Does that even get into the running with Daisy?
No,
or
not
We'll say
even
3 or
close.
4.
Not even the same ballpark.
I didn't think so either. I can remember seeing her in mid.
You talking about when she had the
What was the name of that movie?
10.
No, Bo Derek and
when they were running across the
It was
beach?
10, wasn't it?
Dun, 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 dun.
I thought
I got
so.
nothing to offer here on this subject.
10. That's what Bob said.
Yeah,
10.
it was 10. Bo Derek.
Okay.
It's been a while,
Somebody
but I
keeps
don't.
asking whether or not somebody came and spoke for Trump at the fair. No, but all of our statewide officials are Republican, and they included in their speeches the desire to support President Trump. But I found out yesterday that I think Mississippi is number 49 in receiving resources from the Trump campaign because they prioritize where they spend their money, which makes sense. That's what we want them to do. So they're focusing on states that they think need us, and they're like, Mississippi's part of what they refer to as the red wall. Like, we're good.
He knows he's got us
we're good. So we just
Yeah, he's got some other areas he needs to go to, I'm
so
sure.
no, nobody specifically came to speak from the Trump campaign, and that's okay.
Do you, as we get into dabbling a little bit there in politics, do you see this as I'm seeing some in the news of saying this is a period of like a honeymoon period for Kamala? Is this or is it to be taken a little bit more serious?
I'm going to say the same thing that I said last week. I think we're waiting for this convention to be over. It appears that she'll be, the nominee, but I think that we're in a little waiting period because of the convention, and then they'll get either hyped up or divided or whatever will happen. But I think that starts this coming week. I think it starts on Monday in Chicago. So
are you going back?
I'm not going to the Democratic National Convention. I'm tired. I've had a lot of elected officials in the last couple of weeks, but yeah. So who knows?
And let me ask this: is I got word yesterday, Duff was going to be at the Neshoba County. Did you see him up there? And what I'm talking about, he's a billionaire in the state of Mississippi, owns a lot of businesses. Rumor is this man may run for governor of the state. Was he spotted at the Neshoba County Fair at any point? Did you see him?
I did see him. He was there, shaking hands, and I do not know him personally. I know a lot of people that know him. And right now, look, there's a lot of that was a big conversation of the fairs. Who's running for governor? Tate Reeves still got 3 more years. We got municipal elections next year. I think that it's a little early.
Never too early.
Yeah, it is. It is a little early.
And this guy's never ran for office. He's
Never.
not a politician. He's a businessman.
Yep.
I'll vote for him, guaranteed.
But there's a lot of people that say he's not really going to run, and it's all rumors at this point. But yes, he was out and about at the fair.
Well, I'm just going to tell you, if I was
shaking hands,
billionaire,
kissing babies,
would I be walking around shaking hands when I could be,
Well, look at Trump. Trump could be on an island somewhere living happily ever after, but he cares about this country.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm all for a businessman running for office.
Well, and we've discussed this before, and I think that Mississippi and really the country has shown an appetite for an outsider.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a lot of people, I think, considering a run for governor right now that are currently in the political circles, but they've all got to be keeping an eye on whether he gets in or stays out. It's got to affect their decision, I would think.
As I'm sitting here thinking down the list, I think we've all heard Andy Gibson has some aspirations of being governor. I think that's one of the names that we've heard. The guy
He's
that
the
was
agriculture.
The ag commissioner?
Yeah. I'm with you on that too.
There's a lot of
good
people.
guy, but I think he's doing a great job where he's at.
He does
the
a great
name I
job.
keep hearing is Shad White. I mean, I think that guy could run.
There's a lot of names on the list that people would recognize.
Shad White needs to finish what he's doing.
But I think there's a lot of people, and they're in current roles that they're doing a great
Jimmy
job
Smith
at.
may run. I mean, he's done such a wonderful job here. He may move on to that next level.
I think we see what the lineup is, and go from there.
No comment.
I'm not getting in that one.
No, I think, like I said, I think that Shad White, he's rattling some cages.
He has rattled some cages, and there's a lot of people that don't like it because he's rattled cages. They'll get over it, I think.
And Andy Gibson, I know him from reading the market bulletin and the little things I see. And I mean, from what I gather, he's doing a good job.
Have you been reading that magazine trying to get some goats for Barry?
Well, yeah. We have had a busy week, I mean, really. We
Look at all these
interviewed
goats.
Harold.
Homestead Road, they keep getting out. If this is your goats, y'all be careful. The other day we had like 20 out up through there.
We couldn't get there fast enough to get them, so we...
Somebody walked
Take
up
them
to me at the fair looking for you, and I sent them over to the Pretty Cow contest.
Greg, you're going to take that.
I really did. They said, "Where's Greg?" I said, "He's competing in the Pretty Cow contest." Go over.
And then she zoomed off on her broom. Boogie dad.
I didn't get a chance to go back and take a picture of this, but the roadway is tore up now as we look at this. Rush is not with us, but this is the scene here that we get from the bridge. Windsor Road, this here is Highway 493, right there at that stop sign. That is taken up now. They're putting in a new culvert. Probably be done today, I would think. It looked all serious when I went by and saw them working yesterday.
Good deal.
Yeah, so that's one of the things.
Don't go that way.
Let's see here. We have a man that has been arrested, and let me see what town. Columbus, Mississippi. We've all stopped at a truck stop before. Love's Truck Stop is where it all happened. They got him for peeping over the stall while a woman was in there.
Can't do that.
Again,
saying that.
Yeah.
Knock 'em flopping.
I knew you were about to say that.
Take a bar of soap and a sock, and when you got through, he don't need arresting, he don't need rehabilitating, he needs carrying out behind the building. And
With a bar of soap.
Exactly. Fella said, he ain't seen me in 3 days now because that swelling ain't went down.
But where do people get these? That's weird. But he has been arrested, been taken to jail there. We do pass along condolences. We brought this up yesterday about the death that happened at the Neshoba County Fair.
Yes.
He was from Klein, Mississippi is where he was from. At first I thought he was a local, but
Call that
Klein.
Keel.
Isn't that Keel?
That's
I
Keel,
thought it was
Mississippi.
Klein. That's not?
That's Keel, Mississippi.
Isn't that down south Mississippi?
Close to the coast.
I did a job down there and I
Spell
called
it.
it. I've been calling it Klein, Mississippi.
And they paid you?
Yeah, nobody ever said it. Everybody I was
Well,
with
it's the I
called it.
before the L.
Everybody there called it Klein.
No, they did not.
Oh, yeah.
Scotty Ray.
Go down to that road. It's near Klein, Mississippi is what they would tell me.
Isn't Klein Cline?
Yeah.
You really thought KILM was pronounced Klein?
I just listened to everybody else.
I think they all had a joke going. Like, let's let this guy keep thinking that he's saying it right.
All righty then.
Well, I knew what you were talking about anyway.
Yeah, down there at Klein.
Yeah, the N is silent.
Yeah, that's Lynn, Mississippi.
And the I before the L.
I ain't playing with y'all no
E
more.
before the C. I think
This is why we don't correct you.
the dangling
We just
participle or something other.
Y'all leave me alone.
we
We'll be
know
right
you're
back.
just trying to increase your views and clicks with all your misspellings.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's working.
Working on a big project? Need reliable equipment? Paris Tractor has you covered. From skid steers to excavators, tractors to trenchers, we have top quality equipment for rent on a project-to-project basis. All our equipment is expertly maintained for peak performance, ensuring you get the job done right. Our team is here to help you choose the perfect machinery for your needs with flexible rental terms to fit any project. .com to rent your equipment today. Come see us at Paris Tractor, where we're more than a tractor store.
The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built-in, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group. Looking for a great place to eat? Well, come explore the great flavors of the French Quarter in downtown Enterprise. Whether you're in the mood for a romantic night out, a family dinner, or a cozy atmosphere with great service that make dining with the French Quarter an unforgettable experience. Drop by today and taste our delicious dishes. Come explore the flavors of the French Quarter. 120 West Bridge Street, downtown Enterprise. Call 601-659-0500. The French Quarter. All right, we're getting into pronunciations here at the Scotty Ray Report.
Hooked on phonics.
Well, I know how to say Wahalik. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
That is.
Sugarlock.
That's a
That one's a hard one.
Suburbs of Scuba, correct?
Yes, sir, it is. And Cicalina, I mean, you know, the outsider there, that could be rough. Now, I caught on to zero pretty quick.
Like they redid that song, Watubby, Sue and Lovey.
Yes, it. But
So and hot coffee.
But Greg brought up one that if you didn't know any better, I don't know how you'd ever spell it. Gaucher.
Gaucher.
Yeah.
G-A-U-T-I-E-R.
Goshay.
I'm with Greg.
Yeah.
How did you spell it?
G-A-U-T-I-E-R, I believe is how you spell Gaucher.
Come up with that.
A lot of them are like, they make French or Indian, like a lot.
Spell that one more time.
G-A-U-T-I-E-R. Somebody correct me.
That's
No, it's right there.
That's
Bob's got
Gaucher.
it on there.
That's Gauder.
Yeah.
That's Gaucher.
That's Gauder. I'm with you.
But there's a lot of them like that. We started talking about streets in New Orleans, like Burgundy and Chapatoulas and stuff
I've never
like that.
been there.
Those
Chapa who?
Chapatoulas.
Is that where they do those paintings and you get hurt?
That sounds, I don't know where that is.
I ain't been on that street yet.
Look, I'm not going to explain this next story because he's a freak. But
Moving on. It's about Scotty Ray going to that place where you get hurt doing the paintings.
Stay tuned for the next episode of your unbiased news.
Well, let me word it this way. I don't know who the man's name is. I didn't even get that far. But years ago, there was this rumor about Richard Gere. Do y'all remember that rumor about Richard Gere and supposedly a little animal?
What kind of show is this?
But do y'all remember that rumor that floated around America?
No.
Okay. Well, I do remember that rumor, and I don't know whether that was true or not, but a man was taken to the hospital here recently, and they had to remove an eel, and this is no lie. And y'all fill in the blanks. I'm not going to explain how it got there, but it was removed surgically.
There's some sick people in this world.
There's
just some sick people. Again, bar soap and a sock.
Actually, it was butter that was used, is what they said.
Melted or?
Well, it wasn't cold and globby.
The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built in, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group.
All right, we're trying to be back and be on schedule.
His sinuses are messed up now.
Ned said, yep, emergency commercial.
Anyways, next story.
It's hot over here. I don't know what else.
Well, I thought it was just because you had the heater on.
Hot enough to melt butter.
Wow. But
anything else happen?
You're going to lose like 3 sponsors today.
There's
somebody
just
help Scotty
We'll
Ray out.
gain 5 more. They all went on here.
That is just bad that somebody would do that.
That's
Again,
sick.
we're not going into any explanation on
No,
that.
we don't need none. That's sick.
Period.
That's self-explanatory.
And you want to know what's wrong with the world today?
There you go. We even had the X-ray of that thing, of where they showed all that stuff. It's just, there's some bad folks in this world. We'll leave it at that. As we've got the big weekend upon us as we get ready for another one there. What are your plans this weekend there, Julia?
We've been going so much. I think I'm going to stay in Lauderdale County and just go to church on Sunday and maybe go to the pool a little bit, that kind of stuff. Because I got to move a kid into college in a week or two, and I got a kid starting high school and next week, and so.
As in 9th grade?
No, well, she's going into 11th grade, but.
That's junior, that big junior year there.
Yeah, but we got to go make sure we got backpacks and school uniform and all that kind of stuff in order.
The good stuff.
Well, I'm sorry, why? It's just like school starts earlier, and I know I get on this every week or two, but we never started school the Tuesday after Labor Day. You got out before Memorial Day.
Well, they're trying to make it year round,
and that's ridiculous.
I'm split on it because you got to think about everybody, and I think it's good, but there's a lot of kids that they don't need to go that long without.
We feed them year round anyway.
But I'm talking about if you want to fix, they don't need to go home for 3 months and not be accounted for, and I think that there's something to
parents
that.
need to be parents for 3 months, but
they're not going to be.
They don't have a summer no more.
No, they don't.
My nephews
ridiculous.
go year round, and they absolutely love it.
There are pros and cons to
But
both.
now they're hunters and everything else. They love to spend time out in the woods, and they can go hunt for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, but I do worry about really the single parent or the both working, which is most people, child care for those younger ones, finding it for 2 weeks here and 3 weeks there when you don't have a good support system. So I get the pros of, not going so long in between, and kids lose a lot of the knowledge when they go a long time breaks, and they kind of have to start over educationally. But I think you can look at both sides of it.
I'm going with Greg here. I like the summer.
And I don't see losing knowledge. I'm sorry. I mean, if you got to reset it, they got to go every day or they'll lose it. Someone ain't doing something right.
I'm with you on that part, too.
I'm sorry. But, used to you had summers, and this is going to scare people.
Family.
Hold on to your chair, but they got a job in the summer. You hauled hay, you picked peaches, you cut grass, you did something, and kids learned. They learned the value of $1. They learned just as much in the summer as they did going to school.
What you think about that?
That's just Greg's opinion.
Well, my kids both work. I agree that
A lot
that's
of parents don't work. You think the kids are?
I know, but that's what I mean.
But we got to break the cycle here
What
somewhere.
do you think stuff the bus is for?
You can want it to be that way, but at the end of the day, you're raising your kids one way, but some people aren't, and we can wait and see them in the Department of Corrections, or we can try to help them and reach them in the school system.
The cycle's got to be broken. Somewhere. It's got to be broken. And I'm not being cold, cruel, or whatever. But if there are no penalties, or there's no,
Instead of building more schools and better schools, what we're doing is building bigger prisons. There's a problem with that. Why are we building more prisons
than we are
schools? Because we're going down the wrong path. We're not pushing forth saying you did this and you deserve to get this as a punishment, period. We're allowing people to get by and get away with anything there is out there. There's no responsibility. There's no self-control anymore. And there's too many mailbox checks going out to pay for anything that people want now. Nobody has to work. Nobody has to take responsibility, and that's one reason.
And
we've
somebody else
rid
will
of
pick
God.
up the tab if you can't
we'll
afford
go park
this.
a bus somewhere and ask people to go put supplies in it for the other people who don't want to work and support their own kids. I understand if you've got jobs and you're having a hard time and you need some help, I'm all for helping. But
well, there are times when Americans do need help. There's no doubt with that.
Well, I think there's both sides. And what I don't want, I get the frustration over the parent. And it's infuriating to me too.
But the child ultimately has to suffer.
The child is the one that we've got to capture so they don't turn out like the parent. So that's all I'm saying is there's a benefit to that child to have less time between seeing a responsible adult. Should it be the responsibility of the school system? No. Is it at this point? Yes. And so we can either be frustrated at the parent and not do what we need to for the child, and then the child ends up just like the parent, or we can intervene. And so that's what I'm saying. I see it.
Church should
I agree.
Tell me if I'm pronouncing this word right, since I have had a trouble doing it. DeRidder, Louisiana, DeRidder. Anybody familiar with that?
Spell it one more.
DE capital RIDDER. DeRidder.
Okay.
They've got a mayor that's been arrested there. She's 42. She was having a great first term, and let me just show you a picture here of what she looked like here. Here she is. You see her?
Right. I'd vote for her.
She has been arrested for having an illustrious affair with someone under the age of 18.
Oh.
Don't know the age of the person. It didn't tell, but she's been arrested. They're going to charge her with rape.
And to think, she could have had somebody, like Greg said, he would have voted for her.
I would have voted for her.
Yeah, a lot of people did. And then somewhere during the administration, it went south quick. Hello. Well, we need to do some birthdays there, Odie.
Oh, birthdays already. All right, let's pull this up and see what we've got.
She's been to DeRidder, Louisiana. I have no idea what part of the state
I
that
don't
is.
either. I don't think I've been.
Ryder.
I'm not familiar. I don't think I've heard of it.
All right, Clinton Grove, 63. Lori Bryan is the big 6-0. Larry Cannon, 71. Chuck Willis and his wife, he didn't give us her name, is celebrating 22 years. Mrs. Willis. William Billy Lon Spencer's having a birthday today. Larry Park, 74. Helena Bradley Noakes is 25. Gail Pace is having a birthday tomorrow, be 71.
Scotty Ray, flip the camera.
Brooks Bowl is 19, and Libby Hollingsworth, 19. And we're going to have a last minute come in there. I'm going to have to redo this. And Tawana Lambert is having a birthday today, so I got to go change my numbers and get that and do that and hit this and go back and hit that button. Let's see what we got.
I think we'll just put the camera on YouTube.
Brooks Bowl, 19. Happy birthday. You got you a Hyundai of Meridian Scotty Ray Report coffee mug. Go buy Hyundai of Meridian and pick that up. Happy birthday, Brooks Bowl.
Donald Trump has weighed in on the Olympic Games. He says if elected president, if you're a man, you got to play in a man's sport, period. There's no ifs, ands, or buts.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I bring that up, I don't know if y'all saw this, boxing, what took place. Used to be...
Yeah, that was...
I didn't watch it because I'm
Hurt
not
that
with the
girl.
Olympics, but... That was wrong.
Somebody with the Olympics should be held accountable for that.
Everyone of them be fired. Let that happen.
That poor young girl, she didn't ask for that. Yeah. And it's not right. It's not fair. And somewhere down the road, Americans have to stand up and go, that's it, no more. And let's hope the right thing is done. Anything
What country
going on
was
on the other side of the room?
What country was that guy from?
I have no idea. I'd have to go
It was
back
like
and look.
Argentina, something
Yeah,
like that.
something like that.
I feel like it started with that.
But
It wasn't us.
It wasn't
Zero
bad.
clue what y'all
But we
talking
didn't
about.
protest it. We didn't protest them making a mockery out of the Last Supper, and we didn't make a mockery well, we can't make a mockery out of that because too many people support.
Well, you have to
men and
stand up.
women.
You just got to stand up and go, we're not coming. You done that. You made fun of our Christian faith, and we're not going to be there.
What's the song say? You got to stand for something, or you'll fall for anything.
See, I
And
knew
that's
that one.
just the excellent. You are learning.
I knew one the other day. A little change in my pocket. I was able to.
Little jangle. Actually, that was rock and roll to begin with, and then Hank recut it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Georgia Satellites is who did that first.
That's right.
Thank you for
call
that
you on the
information.
telephone.
Give you a little ring.
I don't have anything. We don't have anything else going on this side of the table.
But I've
blank,
not
blank.
watched any of the Olympics. Didn't have a
gonna have
clue
to
what
stay
y'all
on,
were
yeah.
talking about.
Yeah.
I don't support it, don't like it, don't agree with it.
I like the Olympics. Scotty Ray broke his camera, so y'all are stuck with us right now.
I would. When does the Little League World Series come on?
I don't know, but them little dudes right there playing that were playing with their hearts.
Do we have to close out the show?
Y'all got to close
Some
out
of
the show,
them
'cause
are, but now some of them. I mean, when you got the little Chinese guy that's 6'4" and he's 12 years old. I mean, come on, dude.
Well, yeah.
That's true.
That's
We've had
that
a
chicken he's eating.
wonderful time. Odie, I'm going to let you give us a Bible verse there as we look at Julia for inspiration here.
All right,
Craig.
y'all think about this one coming up because we're going to 1 Timothy 3, verse 5. For if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church
You were
of
back.
God? Whew, we came in and then we left again real quick. Find you a church Sunday. Love to have you at ours. Greg, Julia, everybody, we'd love to see you at our church, but go find you one. It doesn't matter where it is. Remember to put God first in your life. Keep him in your life. You will not go wrong. We'll see y'all Monday, and hope y'all have a great weekend. Remember, we love you.